Welcome to the AI Cookbook Podcast, This Week in AI. This is Jeff. Nathan is on vacation with his family in the UK, so it's just me today. So let's get in it right away, and hopefully this is entertaining and informative for you. So the big news, and it's really from last week, but Google I/O was huge, and it took over everything. Gemini 3.5 Flash and Omni are now the most fastest, most capable models yet. Multimodal reasoning built in. Been playing with it this week. It's pretty interesting. We were told Gemini Spark's coming. It's a personal AI agent which automates tasks across the entire Google ecosystem. This is in response to where Anthropic co-work had been going and things like that. But perhaps the largest information here is the Ask YouTube, Gmail Live, and Docs Live. AI is now woven into everything, including search. And we're now fully AI search first, which means that everything and anybody who hasn't done anything about geo or AI search or AI AEO or whatever you want to call it these days, you're going to fall behind right away. So, and honestly, search as we know it is no longer there. So what we've been doing for SEO is now massively changed. You need to get on board, whether you're local or you're national. You need to get on board with the new geo capabilities and get that done for all of your clients as well. Anthropic continues to grow. I talk about this a lot. They just are completing a funding round at $900 billion valuation. They are profitable. And they are moving forward very, very fast, which is what we've been saying. There is a war between them and OpenAI and Google and things like that. I don't think that all three are going to live. I think that if you look at all the frontier models that we have right now, there's already Llama and Facebook are falling behind. XAI is already aligning with Anthropic. So I think what you're going to see as we go forward is, there could be a bubble, and this is not financial advice, blah, 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 blah. But, there could be a bubble here, and usually that won't stop the progress of what's going on, but there may be a sacrificial lamb here. Well, you can decide who that's going to be. Getting back to Claude Mythos, Claude announced and released Opus 4.8 this week, which has a lot of the Mythos stuff in there. This was a really powerful model. I've been using it already for coding. It's really good and really, really thoughtful. I've seen a massive improvement in what I've been able to create and work with on this. So, I think we're starting to see Claude Mythos spill into the Claude capabilities now, but they definitely did that after pulling back some of the cybersecurity issues that were in there. But we'll see if we ever get this full model out there. I'm sure it's getting close to that spot. China has been interesting in making a lot of moves. Kimi, DeepSeek, Qwen, GLM 5.1 are all making massive improvements. Shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. We still have a compute and we still have about a 6-month lead on them. But they're moving fast and bringing it together. This matters because it is the fastest growing segment of AI. And while it may not be able to, hit here in the US, as most people will use US models, worldwide, these Chinese models will start to dominate because they're cost effective and they're killing us on cost and accessibility. So, and you can download these and build your private models and all that kind of good stuff. So, it'll be interesting to see where this goes. But I think, worldwide, there is competition out there from China without a doubt. And the government now is waking up and starting to come in. You can expect an executive order coming. FDA style pre-release safety requirements planned for most models. Google, Microsoft, and XAI have already agreed to give the government early access. We'll see if Anthropic does it or OpenAI, but they may be forced into it. There's already been a lot of pre-release model evaluations from the Department of Commerce, and NSA is probably going to be the one that's leading all this as well. Um, but this is an era of freely putting AI models out there become way too powerful for the government not to pay attention to it. So I would expect that we're going to have the government having to pre-clear what's available. Hopefully, this doesn't slow down progress and slow down commerce on this. But we'll see how that plays out as we go forward. And then finally, what this tells us this week, AI is a platform war. That's not new, but wow. What's cool from a consumer standpoint of this is we're getting really amazing capabilities, and we're able to pull those in to our businesses and make massive impact on our business when we do these things. Safety is real, and the government's starting to wake up and get in there. The money in this is unfathomably enormous. I mean, we're talking trillions, which is hard to even really get our heads around how much money is out there on this. But the fact that Anthropic's almost $1 trillion valuation and their first profit signalize this is starting to mature and become very high stakes. And China is winning open source, and they may be formidable across the world, if not competing here in the U.S. They're definitely competing in other countries that need cheaper models and don't have the same kind of income to afford $100 a month model. So interesting week as always. Lot going on. If you're not in here and you're not testing this stuff, stop falling behind. And I don't mean that as a warning. I'm just saying that this has been a godsend for my business. I've been able to make a lot of money off of being able to put this into my business and service my clients. Not just, it does better work when I put it in there, and it does it faster and allows me to service more clients in my own business. So, don't hesitate, get in there and start playing now.